Hello, beautiful souls. Today's Pick a Card reading uses the tarot, oracle cards, and crystals to bring in messages about your past, present, and future that you need to hear right now. This reading is timeless, so whenever you see it is when you were meant to see it. We have pile number 1 with this clear quartz crystal. We have pile number 2 with this tiger eye crystal. We have pile number 3 with this amethyst. And we have pile number 4 with this lapis lazuli. Timestamps for each pile are in the description, and the decks that I'm using in this video are also listed in the description. Always go with your first instinct when you're choosing a pile and try not to overthink it. Whatever you end up doing will be right for you. Trust whatever message you get. I will start with pile number 1 with this clear crystal. And if you need more time to choose a pile, please pause the video until you're ready to go. Here we go. Okay, my pile number 1, you chose the clear quartz crystal. This crystal is called the Master Healer, the Master Stone. Clear quartz amplifies and strengthens your energy. It enhances your spiritual growth, awareness, and wisdom. And it's a really high vibrational stone. It's really good for amplifying everything around it. We're going to put that up here. And let's see what we got. Okay, for your past, we have the Earth Keeper. Present, we have the Time Master. For your challenge is the flow. Your advice is the giveaway. And your future is the ghost dance. Okay. We will be drawing some clarifiers too, but first let's start with these cards. The Earth Keeper. The Earth Keeper is all about caring for the earth and the environment and everything around you. But you need to take care of yourself. You know, were you taking care of everyone else at your expense? It's very much that caretaker kind of energy. And that was in your past. So that's what you've kind of come out of. And now you've moved into the Time Master. And the Time Master is all about that linear thinking, that feeling like you're running out of time. But you really need to be present and mindful, live in the now, release the past, and focus on the present moment to take your power back. You know, you don't need to worry about all the details of the future. Focus on now, here and now. And that's where you are right now, is in the present. So focus on your present moment. And then we've got this the flow symbolizes your challenges, your lessons that you need to learn. So with the flow, it's to quit pushing against the current, you know, going with your own flow, learning to float and go with the natural flow of things, you know, on the river. Don't swim against the current, float and follow the current. You know, it'll go much smoother and faster, and you'll just flow around obstacles. And that's one of your challenges. You have a hard time just going with the flow. You like to have everything nice and neat and orderly and in linear fashion. And this is all about letting go of that linear thinking. It's about, you know, having faith and trusting in spirit, and just don't focus on the details and the hows and whys like you tend to get caught up in. That's your biggest challenge right now. And then the advice for that is the giveaway. And the giveaway is, it's a gift, but it's a gift that you offer with no expectations, nothing. You're not giving it because you think you're going to get something back. It's giving it away freely from your heart. And it talks about, giving from the overflow, not emptying yourself, having healthy boundaries and giving to yourself first. Kind of like on the airplane with the whole putting on your own mask first and then helping your child or someone else. But you have to have your own first. You have to fill your own cup first. So first you need to do that, and that will help you get into that flow, is taking that time for yourself, that going within and really doing the things that light you up and make you happy and are from your heart, giving from your heart and not out of obligation. So doing all of that will help you to get into the flow. Getting into the flow is going to be your biggest challenge. Just kind of letting the linear kind of things go and just going with the flow and just trusting that the universe will provide, spirit will provide. And then for your future, you have the ghost dance. And the ghost dance is all about honoring the ancestors. You've learned your lessons, and now you are free to move on in abundance. It's that you've come through all of this, and now here you are, you honor your ancestors, you honor all the past and where you came from, and all of that learning that you've done. And then you achieve healing and abundance when you stop repeating the past and blaming the past, because you've come so far. It's seeing how far that you've come. And that's what you're going to be blessed with, is that gift of that. You've learned your lessons, and now you have this abundance coming in. It's beautiful. Let's see here. We'll do, I think we'll do empowerment cards. How about that? Let's see what we got here. We'll do one for each of these. Sanctuary. We're going to do kindness. We're going to, that one. Anticipation. Okay. Love. Beautiful. Oh, well, you've got dignity and gentleness for the future. Let's see if we can get all this in here. Okay. So your past energy is the sanctuary with the Earth Keeper. And sanctuary says, embrace the need for solitude. Your inner sanctuary calls you. Renew yourself and thrive. See, again, it's about not taking care of everybody else first. It's about taking care of yourself. Taking that time for yourself. And in the past, you've had a really difficult time doing that. You focus on everyone else at your own expense. And I think you're coming through that, and you're learning that kindness. But you've also kind of gotten stuck in that worrying about the future, blaming the past, that kind of thing, that linear kind of thing. And it's not linear. It's very cyclical. Life is in cycles. And we've got kindness with that. Live with compassion. Open your heart to all life forms and be an angel with your hands. So it's about going from your heart. And with flow, we've got anticipation. Something wonderful is happening. Change is in the air. Open yourself to blessings on their way. Even your challenge is actually quite beautiful. With anticipation and flow, that's all the things that are going to be coming in for you. And while that can be a challenge sometimes, it's more the challenge of trusting and having that happy anticipation, having that knowing that good things are coming in, and keeping that high vibration and keeping that loving energy. And then we do have love with giveaway. And again, the giveaway is giving from your heart. And love says, listen to your heart. Embrace what makes you happy. There are 1 million reasons to love. So again, it's focusing on the love, but it's also loving yourself and loving and forgiving yourself first, and then giving love to others and forgiveness to others. It's focusing on yourself first. It's not selfish. That is very selfless, because then you set a role model for others on how to take care of yourself first and taking that time for yourself. And love is just such a wonderful, that's how you're going to get through having that flow, is concentrating on all the love in your life and having that love and allowing that to help you go with the flow. And then for your future with the ghost dance, we had 2 cards come out, which was dignity and gentleness. Dignity says, take pride in yourself and all that you have become. Feel honored by your choices, achievements, and actions. And again, that ghost dance is about seeing all the things that you've learned, all the things that you've come through, and how wonderful and beautiful, how far you've come. And that's exactly what the dignity says too, to have pride in yourself and to look at how far you've come. And then you've also got gentleness. Strength is gentle. True kindness has wings. Love and action endures. So again, it's that loving action. It's seeing how far you've come, being gentle with yourself, and you're going to be in such a good place at the end of all of this, that you're going to learn these lessons of the flow and the giveaway with the love and the anticipation. You're going to have abundance coming in, and you're going to not be so linear. You're going to be more present in the present moment. You're going to be here and not focusing on the past. You're going to be able to let the past go, but see all the accomplishments and how far you've come from that past. And it's going to be very obvious to you. It's going to be almost like a night and day kind of shift. It's going to be beautiful. I thought we would do, we're going to also do, let's see what we get. We're going to do a Shadowscape Tarot. Oops. All right. We don't need that many. I'm just going to get a little bit more clarification on this. Okay. Let's see. Well, we can't take that many. Got like 6 cards there. I just need, and then we've got half the deck here. Let's just future. Okay. All right. So the tarot cards that we got for this are the 7 of Cups for the Earth Keeper and Sanctuary. In the past, you've had that dream and that vision, and it's about bringing that down to earth. It's about bringing the spiritual into the physical, into the material realm. And with the Earth Keeper, it's also, you have that energy of taking care of the environment and the earth, and very much kind of an activist as well. But it's also about taking care of everybody else. And I feel like it was kind of at the expense of yourself. You've got your own dreams and visions. Somebody else may have their own, but you've got yours, and yours are just as valid as anybody else's. And that's what you've went through in the past, and you've learned that, and you've come to that. And then for kindness and the Time Master and the linear kind of thinking, you've got the King of Swords. And swords are always about thinking. And they're very similar, the Time Master and the King of Swords. They're kind of that masculine, kind of chronological, linear, logical, kind of thinking. And with that, you've got to also have your heart. You've got to have that kindness and that love. And, the king is always balanced by the queen. And so you've got to have that queen energy, that goddess, that love, that feminine, that divine feminine of kindness and love and gentleness, but you've also got to have that for yourself. And it's about releasing, you know. He's kind of stepping on the skull here. I'm not sure if you can see it very good in the camera. Let's see if I can bring that up more. But underneath his foot right here is a skull. And, you know, again, it's that letting go of the past. You know, he's literally just holding on to the past. And so this is all telling you to let go of the past a little bit and to not focus on the blame. I'm sorry, excuse me. Then I've got, 1 second, let me get a drink. With flow, you've got anticipation and you've got the Knight of Swords. And the Knights are always fast-moving energy. And I think going with the flow, I think you're afraid of floating away. I think you're afraid of things going too fast and kind of taking off on you and being kind of spiraling out of control. But you have to know that it's not that. You're going to go at the right pace for you. It's not going to be too fast. It'll be okay. And then with the giveaway, you have the world and love. I mean, that's just beautiful. I mean, she's holding the whole world. And the world is literally, you've got the world on your plate. You hold the whole world in your hands. You're going to have all this beautiful energy and just going with your heart and love and loving yourself. That's how you're going to get through the challenges. I'm sorry. I don't pause my videos or take time for my videos, and I've had a little bit of allergies going here. So I'm working through this. I'm sorry. But then with the ghost dance, you've got dignity, gentleness, and the hangman. And the hangman, again, is taking that time to go within, to see how far you've come. And the hangman can be about sacrifice, but it's sacrificing all the negative thoughts and viewpoints that have held you back. That's the point you're going to get to. You're going to be able to see how far you've come. You're going to have pride in all of that, and you're going to feel rejuvenated. You're going to have so much good coming in, and it's going to be such an abundant, happy, that's the thing. You're going to have that joy and happiness in the end, because you're going to have sacrificed all the past, all that linear thinking and taking care of everybody else and all the should-haves and would-haves and, I should be doing this. Well, you're going to learn that by being gentle with yourself and taking pride in yourself and letting the past go, that kind of thing, you're going to find yourself in such a happy, loving, and forgiving place, both for yourself and for others. You're going to be able to honor yourself and see how far you've come. Like it's going to be a complete 180. It's beautiful, beautiful. We're going to do a postcard from Spirit real quick here. Let's see what else you have. Oh, no, we don't want to go with that. Okay, let's see here. Yep, that's one. It says, be fearless. Isn't that pretty? All right. And it says, dearest you, sometimes it's wonderful to give, but there are times you might find yourself over-giving. Now might be a good time to check in and see where you might be cutting off the flow of abundance. Again, that flow. Let others give to you, even if you're more comfortable being generous and being the giver, the healer, the rescuer. In the art of living, we sometimes overlook an important skill, receiving gracefully and with gratitude, without diminishing yourself or trying to deny vulnerability or bringing an agenda of equality to it. Receiving is hard for some people, maybe you. You do not need this for that in your exchange with others. That's really what the giveaway is saying. You are doing good in the world. Let the world give back and support you. Then you can give up the old stories that have convinced you that you have to do everything alone with no help. Let your well be filled. We love you all so much. So again, it is with that giveaway. It's very much ties in nicely with this entire thing. And you're going to come into that abundance and that pride and that happiness and joy. Just, it's going to be beautiful. You're going to be in the flow of abundance, and you're going to be able to see how far you've come through all of this. I would love to hear if this resonated with you. Leave a comment below, and if you want to be notified when new videos come out, you can subscribe and hit the little bell icon. And thank you so much for watching. Until next time, hugs and blessings to you. Okay, my pile number 2. You chose this beautiful tiger's eye crystal. And tiger's eye, it brings confidence, mental clarity. It can ward off bad energy, so it's very protective. And it gives strength and courage and motivation. It just is a beautiful, wonderful stone. Put that up here. Let's see what you have. Let's see, we have Earth School. We have the Void. You've got the Love, Season Mintaka, and Star Ancestors. Okay. All right, so for the past, you have Earth School, and that's life lessons, soul growth, study, and higher learning. Soul lessons are themes and patterns that kind of go in a spiral, like a spiral kind of energy, but we learn through them and we grow. You have to see the lessons as opportunities for growth. And you also have to see that there's no right or wrong, that all of it is just growth. That even if you were having a really difficult time, you were learning and growing at a steady pace. You were exactly where you were supposed to be. And that's in the past. And then for the present, you've got the Void. It says stop, embrace winter and great cosmic womb. The Void is the unknown. It's that the reason why it's called the womb is that the womb is, when you're within that, you're just floating around and you're growing, but you're not actively doing anything. You're taking time, and it's surrendering to the unknown. It's that time to take a break, give it a rest. Use this time to process and reflect on the lessons that you've learned before you move forward again with new things. It's that having trust and faith that everything is how it should be. Move that a little bit. It's very much that kind of energy is where you're at right now. I think you've come through that difficult thing, and now you're just I think you're trying to figure out the next thing. But in the meantime, you just need to take a little time off, a little time for yourself. And then you've got the Love, and that's for your challenge, okay? This is your challenge that's coming up, or here now. And then this is the advice on how to deal with the challenge. So your challenge is you got the Love. Hadarian energy, codependency, and boundaries. Okay, so this is saying that your biggest challenge is that you tend to lose yourself in relationships. And this is kind of hindering your growth. You see so much good, so much positive potential in everyone and everything. Not always in yourself, but in everybody else. And you see all of that, so then you don't see the warning signs from other people. You only see the good, you idealize them. And you need to realize that everybody is human. We're all here to make mistakes. That's part of our life cycle. That's part of our growth, is through mistakes. So you really have to not let your relationships define who you are as a soul. You have to be strong as an individual. So that's your biggest challenge, is not getting lost in the relationship. You know, see how they're all kind of blurred together, you know? I mean, you have to be your own self first. You have to have that time to become yourself and focus on your needs and your wants and being a whole individual, and, you know, not thinking you can fix everybody, because that's not your job to fix everybody. You can only help yourself, really. You can only control yourself and your own actions. So you have to have healthy boundaries with this. And the Seas of Mintaka is seeing potential, again, bringing unconsciousness to light. And it's about using your emotions as a signpost and trusting your intuition and its guidance. You know, using those emotions to clearly see and not idealize the other person. To see, yes, their potential, but also to see where it could be holding you back. You know, your gut feelings, your intuition, your emotions, all are your guiding force. You know, you're deeply drawn to the water, and it's about, you bring harmony and peace. You amplify and uplift the energy all around you. You know, you bring that. You're the one that walks into the room and just lights up the whole room just by being you. You really don't have to do anything. I mean, this is kind of about being and not doing. And it's just taking that time to become yourself and see what you like and you enjoy. And, you know, trusting yourself, trusting your intuition, trusting your guidance, trusting your emotions. And then you've got, for the future, you've got the star ancestors, hidden secrets, lost wisdom, and look a little deeper. It's saying that your future, your ancestors are calling for you to shine your light. You know, let others see your brilliance. It's already in your DNA, and it's raising the vibrations of all of Earth through your gifts you were born with. You know, you had this, you had these codes, you had this gift. It's already all there in your DNA, and it's bringing that out, and they're there. So that's how you're going to come through this phase, is you're going to see this, and you're going to start to get more downloads and more, you're just going to be able to see it in a different way. It's going to click for you finally how to have those healthy boundaries and how to bring out your light and shine your light. And it's going to be so beautiful. And you are going to just raise everyone up around you. It's kind of like just that beautiful energy. It's just being a leader through seeing everyone else's potentials and the parts that they can play on the team, and bringing all that together so that everybody works together and everybody completes that. You know, it's, you complete the puzzle, and it's, you can see how that puzzle is. We're going to do some empowerment cards here. Do some clarifiers. Let's see what we get. We have partnership, which does go completely with this. We have prosperity. Oh, beautiful. For the present moment. For your challenge, you've got friendship. And for your advice, you have expectation. I think we had that one before. Let's see. And then for your future, We've got dreamer. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, so with Earth School, which is all about your lessons and your higher learning and the themes and patterns in your life, they're all around your partnerships, and that's why you need to take this time off to just figure out what you need and what's best for you before moving into another relationship right away. It's partnerships in the past have really been, well, I'll read the cards. Learn to grow with others, overcome obstacles by working together, touch each other's hearts while life lasts. And I feel like the whole thing with the relationships is I think you're coming out of this relationship and it's sent you into the void. It's sent you into that, and you just got to take that time right now for yourself. And I think in discovering yourself, what you want and what you like and that kind of thing is what's going to bring in this prosperity right now. It says focus on the positive and more good will come. Give thanks for blessings and they will multiply. Prosperity begins in the mind. And I think you're on a journey to figure that out and to get rid of the negative thinking. And you've got the love and you've got friendship. Be with the ones who make you shine, who love you and really care. Keep those and let others go. So again, it's releasing that past relationship. I think it was kind of a partnership. I think it was definitely like a romantic thing. And, hang out with your friends. Have a girls' day, a guys' day. Hang out and do something fun. And those friendships can be a little bit challenging because you tend to lose yourself. But it's also figuring out and having those boundaries to figure out the ones that really love you and really care, and keeping those. It's about that discernment that you have to figure out. But the help and advice that you have is expectation. Be open for whatever comes next. It might just be the music your heart's been waiting to hear. So again, that goes along with the Caesar Mintaka and being open, following your emotions and following your intuition and just keeping an open mind, an open heart for what's going to come next. And then your future has dreamer. Your dreams have chosen you. Find fulfillment in pursuing your destiny. This is the magic of life. Isn't that beautiful? You have that magic and you've already got the prosperity starting to come in, but it's going to be at a higher level. Your dreams are going to start to come true. You're going to have that relationship that you've been craving and wanting. When you can come together as two equals, that's when you're going to have all of that come in. But it takes a little bit of, expecting the best and hoping for the best and following your intuition and your dreams, is what's going to, you have those dreams for a reason. It's going to bring all of that energy down. And it's just, you're going to be able to shine your light in such a way that others are going to be attracted to you. And you're going to have that wonderful soul tribe is what I really feel. You're going to have that love through that. And through that kind of friendship and the ones that you really, really connect with at a deep soul level, that's going to help you tremendously. You know what? We're going to try a different tarot deck. We're going to try the Angel Tarot. How about that? We'll do a different one for this one. So for your past, let's see what we got. That one's still sticking out. Got the Three of Earth. Okay. Present. Seven of Air. Challenges. Let's see. Challenge is this one. Star. Okay. Advice. Ace of water. That's funny. Again with the water. We've got the seas and the water. And then your future. Oh, we'll take that one since it's trying to come out. Renewal. Okay. So let's see. In the past, the Three of Earth is the power of creativity, recognition for very high quality work, be a team player. And along with partnership, again, it's that you've had that pattern, those themes of getting lost in relationships. Being a team player is being an equal. It's bringing your unique gifts and talents to the relationship and not letting the relationship completely define you. It's having your own definition in the relationship. And again, that's what you've come through in the past. And now you're at the prosperity and the void. You're taking that time to go within. And it's the Seven of Air. And it says plans that need revision, more going on than meets the eye, and poor timing. So it's still, you're trying to push to go, 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 and you really have to take that time off and just be instead of doing. It's not doing. It's poor timing right now. It's that you need to just take a break, take a breath, take a little time. That's your thing. And your challenge is the Star with friendship, and you got the Love, and it's that codependency. The Star says happy times, make positive, optimistic, long-term plans on the right path. And I think that's the thing. You've gotten sucked into these codependent relationships thinking they were going to be very long-term, and instead you tend to just go full out into it and don't really take the time to get yourself in order first. And it's also about changing your thinking and being more positive and more optimistic. That's really a challenge for you. And then with your advice, you've got the Seas of Mintaka, and then you've got expectation, and then you've got the Ace of Water. Falling in love or the resurgence of a relationship, spiritual growth and enhanced intuition, a new home. So again, with the intuition and the water, it's about your intuition, your psychic gifts are going to be expanding and growing, and you're going to be able to follow that and use your emotions. I feel like there's a lot of clear cognizance about you where you just know something, but it's listening to that is what's going to expand it and what's going to help it and enhance that, is listening to your intuition and your feelings, your intuition, that gut feeling. It's listening to that so that you don't get into that codependent relationship. You just see the potential, you just fall in love so easy, and they're so perfect and they're so idealized, but you got to listen to your feelings and your intuition. The more you do that, the stronger it will become. But you listen to that so that you see the warning signs of what's not going to work for you, so that you can avoid the heartache and having to go in the void and all of that. And as you come out of that, you're going to be completely renewed. You've got the star ancestors, which is all the things that you already have, the hidden secrets, the lost wisdom. Look a little deeper. It's all there within you. And then you've got the dreamer with, your dreams have untold potential. It's your dreams have chosen you. That's the magic of life. And you've got renewal, which is Archangel Jeremiah. It says renewal, review and evaluate, a favorable assessment of the facts, time to move in a new direction. So through all of this, your dreams are going to start to come true. You're going to come into your own and just shine your light, and it's going to be so brilliant, and you're going to have that brilliance about you, and you're going to be completely renewed and transformed, and you're going to have your dreams come true. That's what's coming in your future. I'm going to do a postcard from Spirit for you before we wrap this up. Let's see. We have got, what does it say? With love. Beautiful. It says, Dearest you, selfless giving is an elixir so sweet and life-giving and amazing that it should be customary for everyday living. Right now, generosity is being asked of you. Let go of a debt, release an obligation, or do a solid kindness to someone for no other reason than an exercise of the heart. You will be surprised how quickly a generous heart is repaid. We know it often doesn't happen in the immediate exchange, so temper your expectations. Know that life has an uncanny way of sending miracles, seemingly unrelated to your kindness, yet interconnected in magical ways. The more you act from generosity, the bigger your heart grows, the more love and abundance you will experience. We also know that someone could be entering your life with a generous offer for you. Take it and trust you are worthy and deserving of it. You have to receive, not just give. We love you so much over here. Isn't that just beautiful? Just beautiful. And that's what you're going to come into, is that just knowing how brilliant and beautiful your soul is and being able to give from that overflow of your cup. You know, the water in the cup and that overflow. You know, you're going to have this ocean of abundance and overflow. You know, the cup is down here, but you've got all this overflow. And that's what you're going to have to give. You just have to give to the right people and have a little bit of discernment and follow your intuition, because that intuition is going to lead you to this. And it's going to be so beautiful. Thank you so much for watching. I'd love to hear if this resonated with you. If you want to leave a comment, if you want to be notified when new videos come out, you can subscribe and hit the little bell icon. And thank you so much for watching again. Until next time, hugs and blessings to you. Okay, my pile number 3. You chose this amethyst. Amethyst it just protects and grounds, and it connects you to the higher realms. It brings wisdom, spiritual healing. It enhances your psychic abilities, your psychic senses. It's just a wonderful, beautiful stone. It really does help, especially with connecting with your intuitive abilities, and also for protection. We'll put it back there. Let's see. For your past, we have the sorcerer. We have the present is sacrifice. The challenge is the child. The advice is taming the wind. And the future is magic. Oh, beautiful. I love that. I think the magic is my favorite card in this whole deck. Well, maybe not, but close. One of the top 10. All right. So the sorcerer is about that scarcity mindset, the self-destructive kinds of. In this deck, I don't necessarily agree with that. I've known people that relate to being sorcerers and they are not evil, but in this deck, it's kind of a bad. It's not the beautiful thing that I always personally think of it. So in this deck, it's about negative thoughts that fosters separation, conflict, you know, and it's seeing how your thoughts and actions are harming you. It's accepting and forgiving yourself. It's all those fears, doubts, insecurities, the self-destructive tendencies and thoughts that we have. So that was in your past, and I think you've come through that, and you've started to change your thinking. And with that, now you're in the present with the sacrifice. And the sacrifice, to sacrifice something is to make it sacred, you know, and so it's any offering of gratitude, opening your heart and seeing the generosity around you. It's about giving those fears, doubts, and all of that to Spirit as a sacrifice so that Spirit can transform it and it can be brought back to you, transformed, and you're able to transmute that and change it and change your thinking into a positive way and stop the self-fulfilling prophecy that you've been going through, that cycle. And that's where you're at now. You're changing those thoughts patterns, and you're giving it up to spirit, and you're just, please help me with this. And it's a beautiful thing, because now it's coming back to you transformed. Your challenge is the child. And with the challenge of seeing your life through the eyes of a child, I think it's very difficult for you to look with wonder and curiosity and innocence. It's about opening your heart and mind and looking with fresh eyes. You aren't here to be punished. You're here to live with joy and happiness. Use your imagination and wonder for good. Again, it's changing those negative thoughts. You're working on it, but that's still a challenge to you. The challenge is just getting into that childlike mindset of looking with the wonder and curiosity at everything in the world. We all have that 2 steps forward. Well, yeah, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. I know that's not how the saying goes. It's 1 step forward, 2 steps back. But at any rate, the thing I'm getting is 2 steps forward and 1 step back. You're never going to go back to that same that you were in the past. You've already come so far. So no matter what, you're still going to be further ahead of that. You're not going back to that. And the advice is taming the wind. And that's all about clearing the air. Wind is air. And it's being conscious of how you communicate and choosing your words wisely. Your words have power. It's having 2 ears and 1 mouth. You listen more than you talk. And seeing others' points of views and perspectives as equally valid as your own, and giving them equal weight. So taming the wind is all about choosing your words, being careful of how you communicate as much as what you're communicating. Sometimes you can say one thing, but your body language can say something completely different. And it's being conscious of that and making sure that they all match up. Not letting those negative thoughts and stuff get to you, and focusing on the wonder and beauty and childlike energy in the world. Just that fabulous curiosity, being curious about everything. How does this work? How does that work? It's bringing all of that energy in, and then choosing how you communicate that and bringing that in. It's so beautiful. And then for the future, you've got magic. And magic is all those synchronicities, the infinite potential, unlimited opportunities. It's seeing the world with wonder and awe, seeing the magic all around you, being in the right place at the right time, that you're going to conquer that challenge, and then it's going to become your strength. It's going to become your ally, and you're going to be able to create the magic of your life because you're going to be able to see it more. Remember, what you focus on is what you will see. I mean, that's been proven. So it's beautiful energy, and just having that come in, and just that synchronicities, and you're just going to be able to just be where you need to be all the time. It's just going to flow and blend. Okay, I was trying to combine those 2 words. I think my mouth can't keep up with what's coming in. We're gonna do one of these. Oh, we don't need a whole ton of them. I guess there's 2 of them. I guess we'll put those both with the past. There's your present. Let's see. Challenges faith, kindness, and your future is happiness and action. All right, you got a lot. You had more come out. Let's see. We've got sanctuary and strength with the sorcerer and those negative thoughts. And sanctuary says, embrace the need for solitude. Your inner sanctuary calls you. Renew yourself and thrive. And strength says, you have courage. You can endure. Find your center and spiral into your power. So it's all about coming out of those negative thoughts and using your power, seeing your power, and bringing that out. And then love is with the sacrifice. And remember, the sacrifice is making sacred. It's giving in a loving space. It's an offering of gratitude. And so love says, listen to your heart, embrace what makes you happy. There are 1,000,000 reasons to love. So by coming into this loving energy that you are now and sacrificing all those negative thoughts and patterns and things, that's what's bringing in this love. And then your challenge is faith. Believe you are not alone. Spirit is right beside you. Ask for guidance and it will come. I think that goes along with seeing the world in that childlike way, is having that faith. And sometimes faith can be kind of blind, and you have to just trust. So it is having the faith in something higher than yourself. And then with the advice, you have kindness. Live with compassion. Open your heart to all life forms. Be an angel with hands. And kindness with taming the wind is to use your words to spread kindness and compassion, and being careful of how you're choosing your words. There's always ways to disagree with someone in a way that is non-confrontational, that is more with loving kindness. You can always choose to be kind. And that's what taming the wind is, kind of choosing your words and deciding how you're going to say things. For your future, you got action. Along with magic, you've got action. Stop hesitating. Movement creates the magic. Nothing can hold you back. And you've got happiness. Immense delight can be found in the smallest of things. Cultivate fluttering moments of joy. Again, this goes along with the child, and what you're going through now is that happiness. It's being present in the current moment and seeing the joy and happiness in that. It's the movement, the action. The magic is all about the synchronicities of being in the right place at the right time. Well, that means that you can't hold still and just be in one place, because then how are you going to be in the right place? You can't be here and there at the same time, can you? I mean, maybe if you can bilocate, I guess. I don't know. Anything's possible, and anything magic, life is magical. It's miraculous, and it's seeing all those miracles and that happiness and joy and focusing on that and bringing that in more so, and the kindness and love. You're going to have so much beautiful things. You're going to see that love and beauty in the world, and it's going to bring you the joy and happiness, and you're going to be able to just see the magic in life. Like, it's going to be like a miracle. Once you get through all of this, it's going to be just absolutely beautiful what you're bringing in. It's going to be a true miracle. We're gonna do, I guess we'll do the Angel Tarot cards for this. Let's see what we get for clarifiers. Let's see for the past. Okay. Got the Knight of Water. Okay. Got the Dreamer with Sacrifice. The challenge is the Magician. And your advice is Four of Air. And your future is Five of Fire. Okay. All right. So, the Knight of Water says emotional, romantic, enthusiastic, contemplative, falling in love or wedding proposals, the need to balance emotions, an invitation to a social event. So in the past, it goes with that strength and sanctuary and those negative thoughts. You have this energy around you and inside of you, even though you may not always see it. You may not believe it, but you do. And you've come through that. And then you've moved on to love and the Dreamer, And the sacrifice. The dreamer is Archangel Metatron. A leap of faith. Follow your dreams. Unexpected opportunities. So right now you've got all these opportunities, and I think it has to do with your relationships and love and what you've come through. Changing your thinking around, I think, has definitely helped you. And with your challenges with the child and faith, you've got the magician, Archangel Raziel. You are ready. You have the resources or ability to manifest them. Life is magical. So again, it's that seeing the magic in life, seeing with the wonder and curiosity, and having that faith. You know, the magician is all powerful, and it's through changing your thoughts that you can do that. And then with the taming of the wind and kindness, you have the Four of Air. It says, take time to rest or take a vacation. Allow more time before making a decision. Meditation may provide answers. So it's not rushing into anything. It's taking time, and choosing your words carefully. Don't just blurt out anything. Think about not only your words, but how you're saying them. Tame the wind, tame the air, and tame those thoughts too. To me, air is always your thoughts. And so it's also about taming your thoughts, those negative thoughts and things that you were having. And it's taking 2 steps forward and 1 step back. It's only 1 step though. You're still moving forward. You're still getting to this place. And with magic and action and happiness for your future, you've got competing goals, bothersome details, and conflict with others. So if you don't tame this and take the time to figure this out, then you could have some conflict. But don't just rush to do anything. Take the time to meditate and go within and figure out your best ways. But also don't get caught up in the details, because the magic of life is that, it's going to work out and it's going to flow, and there's going to be that synchronicities and that amazing happiness coming in. So it's just, don't get caught up in the details and don't start reverting back to the sorcerer. Quench the fire a little bit. Just damp it down a little. And let's see, we're gonna do a postcard from Spirit. But beautiful, beautiful energy. I mean, to have the magic in your future is just beautiful, magical. We're gonna take that one because it's pretty. It says, you shine brightly. And it's got a moon. I'm not sure if you can see that. It says, dearest you, all your prayers are heard and mirrored back to you from the unseen realms. Be grateful, praise things before they manifest, and always ask for the highest good. When you plead and beg, that will bring you only more reasons to plead and beg. Again, it's not focusing on the negative and sacrificing that. Giving up those negative thoughts and everything and turning it around in that childlike wonder. Instead, offer your prayers as sacred gifts, the sacrifice. Oh my goodness. As a testament to your faith in a higher power. Open up and let Spirit move through you and comfort you. And add meditation as a way to become empty, so you'll be ready to be filled with inspired epiphanies, peace, understanding, and joy. In this moment, your prayers are being answered for the highest good of both you and all life. Sometimes what you pray for is not supposed to happen for you, and your prayers will be answered in surprising ways. At this moment, we are listening intently to your prayers and want you to know that your highest good is our priority. All is well. That's beautiful. So just remember the magic coming in and look at everything through childlike wonder and curiosity, and let that be mirrored back to you. Just such a beautiful reading. I would love to hear if this resonated with you, and if you want, leave a comment so I can know what you liked about it as well. And if you want to be notified when a new video comes out, then you can subscribe and hit the little bell icon And thank you so much for watching. Until next time, hugs and blessings to you. Okay, my pile number 4, you chose this Lapis lazuli. This stone is protective. It wards off bad energy. It's very high vibrational. It gives enlightenment. It's called the Stone of Wisdom at times. It stimulates your psychic abilities and it brings calmness and serenity. So it's a wonderful stone to have. Just beautiful. All right, let's see what we got. For your past, you've got perspective. That there. For your present, you've got the great severing. For your challenge, you've got star bathing. For your advice, fall into my arms. And for your future, empathic starseed. All right, so your past is perspective. It says none of this matters. Zoom out in common ground. So perspective is all about, you've been stuck in the material world, the material realm, and not seeing things. It's time to change your perspective and see things from a broader, higher perspective. Taking the high ground, seeing it from the high ground, you know, using your compassion, your empathy to see it from a spiritual perspective. You know, it's kind of the spiritual versus material. I think in the past you were very much just stuck in that material mindset. And right now in the present, you have the great severing. That's Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. So when we hurt, we tend to hurt others. You know, it's time to take down these walls you've built. You know, your walls protect you, but at the same time, they also block off love and the good things from coming in. They keep the bad things from coming in, but they also keep the good things from coming in. You're closing others off with that wall, and you're just not letting the love in. It's time to love and forgive yourself and others. See the love and innocence in yourself and everyone around you. You know, there might have been a breakup that you're going through right now. It could be, you know, it's just that kind of hurt energy right now, I feel like. But not to let the hurt close you off to all the good that you already have. You know, your challenge right now is star bathing. It says light body, crystal grid, transmission, and activation. So your vibrations and frequencies are really going to go, they're going to raise so fast, kind of like a Kundalini activation or something you're going to be going through. And this is challenging because it can be difficult to go through that process and that cycle, you know, but you're here to tap into those vibrations and use them to help the whole vibrations of the whole planet to raise. You know, you might be called to travel. You know, it could be that you're tapping into that earth grid, the crystalline grid. So, and the travel may be stemming from this great severing. I mean, it might be such a change that you're going through that you want to completely, the great severing, completely sever ties with everything in your life and start over. And the challenge is to still raise your vibrations, still not focus on the negative, but come from a place of love, you know, and fall into my arms is your advice. It says surrender, holding the opposites, extremes of life. So it's about seeing the highs and lows of life as a way to expand and grow and raise your vibrations. That's your advice, is to, really just go through it. It's surrendering and having faith. We learn best through the storms and through the opposition. That's how we learn. We have to make mistakes to learn. And then you move on and you do better the next time. It's surrendering your pain, your sorrow, just everything, your hurt, your loneliness, all of it. Just give it all up and surrendering it to Gaia and to Mother Earth and Spirit, whatever you want to call it to. Surrendering it to a higher power, all of that. Because then you can be held and you can be, fall into my arms as the great Earth Mother, saying, just give me all of your pain and let me handle it. You can bury your pain in a ritual. Write down everything that hurts and bury it in the earth, and let the earth take that from you and help you to heal and come through that. You've got empathic starseed, energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. So this is, being an empath can be hard at times. It can be that you've been taking on other people's energies, in the past, and all of that has hurt you and affected you. And it can help you as well, but it's figuring out what's yours and what's theirs, and letting go of what's theirs and keeping your own. This is your future. After you come through all of this pain and hurt and you surrender it and everything, then you're going to be at this empathic stage. And you really have to be gentle with yourself. It's not always just doing things that's important. It's being. Just being you makes you a sovereign being, makes you a divine being. That's what's important. It's taking care of yourself first and not taking care of everyone else first. And, don't take on others' pain and others' hurt and everything as your own. It's learning to separate your own feelings from those around you. That's going to be a process that you're going to be going through. But in the future, though, I think that you are going to get to that point, and you're going to be able to use your empathic abilities in a way that's going to help heal everyone. We're going to do some empowerment cards. What do we need to know for the past? Anticipation, okay. Present, let's see. Present, I'm going to take that one. Change, yes, you are going through some great change. Your challenge is to find humor, okay. And your advice is, that one was sticking out, energy, ooh. And your future is going to be integrity, okay. So we've got anticipation for your past. Something wonderful is happening. Change is in the air. Open yourself to blessings on their way. I think that you've been anticipating the change that's been going on presently. I think that you were able to get outside of yourself and kind of get that other perspective. And it helped you to anticipate that something was going to happen. You had that instinct, you had that intuition, and you knew it was going to happen. And now you're in the present and you're in this change. You are transforming. Let go of the past. Embrace the light and joy of this new day. It's about not focusing on that anger and that hurt and that pain. It's focusing on the light and the joy and the happiness that's going to help you with this change. It might be like this complete cut and moving on, but whatever you decide to do it with humor. your greatest challenge is to find the humor in the situation and to find that joy and happiness. And it's hard. It's hard to laugh at yourself, lighten your heart, and let nothing steal your happiness. Well, at times you get caught up in the day to day, and it's really hard to see the humor and the funny side of life sometimes, and the joy. But your advice for that is, again, releasing that to the earth, sending that back, not focusing on the pain, focusing on the joy and humor, and using your energy. Life force is flowing. Open yourself to receive the power from within. So again, it's being open and having the openness for that. This card also talks about star bathing, going outside in the night and just feeling the energy of the stars coming down through your crown, through your chakras, and healing you all the way down through. And so finding that energy that you have to really get through this change, all of this is going to help you to then come into your empathy and empathic abilities, to see the sovereignty that you already have, that you were born with. And through that is integrity. Drop the things that offend your soul. Embrace your truth. It's your life. Let no one live it for you. So you can't go through life focusing on what everyone else wants and expects you to do. You have to do what's going to make you happy. And having your own integrity and discernment and figuring that out is the journey that you're on. And this empathic starseed also talks about, learning to separate your feelings from others. And it's that, let no one else live it for you. Don't live in somebody else's shadow. You're going to come out of that. And this whole activation and everything is going to really let you see where your integrity is. And it's going to let you see how you can rise above everything. And it's going to be through changing your thought patterns and bringing that out. Bringing out the positive, living in anticipation and humor, finding your power. That's what's going to help you. And yeah, in the past, you have the Ten of Swords, and that's kind of a sad, I don't know. You let your thoughts really... Judgment. Okay. And we're going to do challenge. 7 of Pentacles. Okay. Oops. All right, you have 2 for this. You got the King of Wands and the 9 of Wands. I'm not sure how to put that. And then we've got future. We have the Hangman with a different one too today. All right. So for the past, this Ten of Swords is your thoughts have really, you were so focused on the material that you weren't able to raise yourself up out of it. And, then that led to this great severing. It led you to feel angry and to go through all this change. And I think that you're really starting to soften and have a little compassion for yourself. And through that, it was because of judgment. And I don't know, it could have even been like a divorce. It could have been a judgment against you. It could have been something completely unfair, I feel like. I feel like you knew this was coming. And now, though, it's allowed you to change. It's allowing that compassion and love to come through. And through that, if you can drop those walls and everything, your challenges are to drop the walls, to see all the different potential and possibility and choices. You've got all this different fruit to pick from, and it's gathering all that up and finding the joy and humor. That's all the happiness around you. and kind of picking yourself up and seeing that for yourself. But the advice is to fall into my arms and the energy, seeing your own power, and knowing that the power comes from within. You've already got this power in yourself. And then you've got the King of Wands, which is massive creative power. I mean, I'm not sure if you can see these cards very good, but it's just amazing. It's beautiful. And it's definitely, he is in his power. And then you've also got the Nine of Wands. And again, it's rising above it. And you see how they're way ahead of, they're the leader. They're above everything else. And it's through seeing that higher perspective that this advice is telling you to look from that higher perspective and to see all the power that you already have within you and that you can change and manifest your world. That's just beautiful energy. And then you've got the Hangman with the integrity. So it's, don't sacrifice your integrity. Don't put yourself down or make yourself small just to gain someone else's approval. Be wholeheartedly yourself and be kind and compassionate and forgiving of yourself. I feel like you are with everybody else, but you're not with yourself. And you really need to give yourself that same love and compassion as you give everyone else. You deserve it just as much as anyone else. You're magical just for being. You're born divine. You are already divine just through being. It doesn't matter what you do. The Hangman can be about sacrifice, but it's also about taking that time too. And I feel like even though you've come through all of this, it might take you a little bit of time to start getting to that place of forgiveness and integrity. I think you already do live in integrity, but you also have to live your own life. And don't let somebody else choose it for you. Don't go by what you think others want. It's what you want, what works for you, because that's how you can be authentic and be yourself, is through that, just being yourself. The Hangman, he doesn't really, I don't know, he doesn't care what anybody else thinks. He's there for himself. And that's what you got to do. You have to be there for yourself. You have to become your own best friend. You have to see your own divinity within. And that's what the point that you're going to get to when you get through all of this stuff, is where you're going to come out. And it's just so beautiful. Beautiful. We're going to do a postcard from Spirit. We've got with love. Dearest you, a rigid tree branch breaks under strong winds, yet flexible seaweed survives powerful ocean swells. Right now, we gently remind you that being flexible is a good choice when faced with life's challenges. Surrender your fixed ideas to Spirit, who knows what is in your highest good and can deliver to you what you need in the appropriate form. In this moment, rather than fighting or being too sure of your way working out, be a little looser and allow for another outcome. Compromise can be the best way forward if you are to learn new ways of doing and seeing. Stay aware, curious, and teachable. Take life on life's terms. Your purpose may push you in a direction not on your map. Let it. Be so flexible that no storm can uproot you. In the end, you will still be rooted in the world, in abundance, and you will indeed experience the beauty that is yours. We love you so much. What a beautiful, beautiful ending. So that is just be flexible. Look from the higher view, find the humor and the joy and abundance all around you. Use your creativity and definitely stay in your integrity. Know that you're a sovereign being. Know that you are divine. Just love yourself and stay flexible, stay curious. You don't always know what's coming, but you're going to have a good idea and it's going to be beautiful. I would love to hear if this resonated with you. Leave a comment below and let me know. And if you want to be notified when I'm making a new video, then subscribe and hit the little like button, little icon. The like button is nice too, if you liked it. Yes. And thank you so much for watching. Until next time, hugs and blessings to you.